We are in a quiet, prosperous pocket of Kuala Lumpur. It's a neighborhood defined by stability, wide streets, and a baseline of financial security. Inside one of these homes live three professionals at the peak of their careers: an engineer, a doctor, and a teacher. Natarajan, the family patriarch, spends his days here, relaxed in a traditional white veshti with vibhuti on his forehead, surrounded by his grandchildren. Everything about the scene suggests the kind of ease that only comes from deep-rooted generational wealth. It is easy to look at this family and assume they have occupied this social tier for a century, but this reality is a very recent creation. 1 generation ago, there was no inheritance, no property, and no financial safety net. The central question is how a single clerk, earning a modest salary, managed to fund 3 elite educations simultaneously. This environment of modern comfort was not the result of a lucky break, but a deliberate, grueling architecture of personal sacrifice. The family began here on the outskirts of the city, in a small 1-story house where the scent of jasmine always hung near the door. Natarajan was a clerk. He lived on a fixed income that left very little room for error. This was the economic reality he faced: a modest, flat income line measured against the skyrocketing costs of medical and engineering degrees. The distance between what he earned and what his children's ambitions required created a massive deficit. To fund their future, Natarajan began a systematic elimination of his own needs. He wore the same clothes for years, washing and repairing them repeatedly to ensure not a single cent was wasted on himself. He worked through Malaysia's most punishing heat and heavy monsoon floods, refusing to let physical exhaustion slow his progress. Every personal comfort he denied himself was a direct investment. A meal skipped or a new shirt on bought was a deposit into a tuition fund. He spent decades trading his own physical comfort to buy his children a higher social standing. The investment paid off. The children graduated and moved into stable, high-status professions. But it was only when they entered the workforce themselves that they truly grasped the weight of the burden their father had carried in silence. They collectively decided that their father had worked long enough. They pooled their resources to fundamentally change his daily life. Their financial success gave them the means to finally honor the labor that had made their careers possible. The sprawling house from the beginning of our story was a gift from the children, a direct return on their father's lifetime of sacrifice. While the setting has changed, the family's core remains the same, still anchored by the familiar scent of jasmine. Generational wealth is often built on the quiet, years-long endurance of a parent who chose their children's future over their own present. When the next generation recognizes that sacrifice and builds upon it, the cycle is complete.
தமிழரோடு புலம் பெயர்ந்து தரணி எங்கும் வாழ்பவனே